news tonight about science is going to be,
It's gonna be
incredible.
radical, dude. There's so much news every week. It's hard to keep up with, and to be totally honest, we don't.
No, like all this news that's happening is like, it's happening now, man. It's crazy all the time. Uh, yeah. What's the headline? What's happening today?
Yeah, let's see the first one. It's a brand new sense was discovered in dogs' noses.
Yeah, man. Like my dog will sniff stuff. I don't even know why he's sniffing it, but he's out there, dude, and he's sniffing it. I think like there's all kinds of like extra stuff in their nose.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Like, here's the thing about dogs is they eat cat feces, which is pretty wild when you think about it, because that's gnarly stuff.
I haven't been brave enough. I've thought about it, but I haven't been brave enough.
You never can judge it till you tried it, and I tried it, and it sucks. But here's the thing: they like eating cat feces because they have an extra sense in their nose. Like they can smell good things all the time because there's this thing in their nose that just smells good.
Yeah, it's like, some people and like cilantro, it tastes like soap. They've got like an extra sense that
Yeah,
makes bad smells smell like good smells,
yeah,
which is
it,
like crazy.
yeah. It's not really good evolutionarily speaking, but they're dogs. So like who cares, right? You can get another one.
All right, let's go to the next headline.
Yeah.
Genetically modified mosquitoes are going to be released in Florida after years of planning.
That's right. These mosquitoes have been in the background for a long time watching humans, and they've been plotting and they've been planning, and now is the time for them to strike.
Yeah. And like, they've been modified. So like they're bigger, they're beefier, and it's not gonna be a little buzz. You're gonna hear like a loud hum. They're good. It's gonna be you're gonna think like there's a bunch of helicopters like invading Florida, but it's just gonna be like mosquitoes.
You know what's crazy is that the mosquitoes figured out that Florida would be the easiest target. You would think that like Maine or another like sissy state would be easier to take over, but nah, mosquitoes aren't playing games. They're going for like the hardest state to take over. Those dudes live with gators all the time. Gators and crazy people. You,
Yeah.
you would think they could take a mosquito out. Mosquitoes think otherwise.
Yeah, and you never know what evolution's gonna do. Like nature may take its course, and like the mosquitoes will be beating the alligators, but then the alligators will evolve to beat the mosquitoes. It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, things are getting out of hand here. We start off with genetically modified mosquitoes, and next thing you know, we're gonna have genetically modified ticks. That's nasty.
Yeah, just like a tick as big as your head,
Yeah,
on your arm.
yeah.
That'd be sick.
All right. Let's go to the next one. This one is anyone can get super hearing, and this goes against years of evidence driven by musical theory of like only some people can have perfect pitch. But nah, if you just think about it, you can get perfect pitch. Because what is perfect pitch but like what you want it to be? And so super hearing is like the same thing. This is what Superman has. And he hears things all the time from around the world. And that's why he's so good at saving people. Speaking of, we have somebody on the ground that has just developed super hearing themselves. So for our first-hand look, we're going to go to our on-field reporter, Jack Tinkelson. Jack, come on in. Jack, you're live. You're live now, Jack.
What? I'm live?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you. I just got super hearing and a volcano went off right behind me. It's fucked me up.
I'm sorry, Jack. I'm going to have to talk louder. See, to prove that this is real, we're not having microphones.
You want flour?
Oh, man. Mike, can you hear me? I'm in Wisconsin, dude. Sound waves take a while to travel, but they're getting to them as we speak.
No, I got that. Wisconsin.
Yeah, Mike.
Beautiful state. Great cheese.
Hey, would you recommend developing super hearing to the layman? Give it a second. It's coming in.
No, I've never laid with a man, but I've thought about it.
Oh, man, Mike. Well, Mike, that's not what I said, Mike. I was wondering if Mike, there's a volcano behind you, Mike. Why'd you choose that location? That was dumb as shit, Mike.
All right, I'm getting word I'm supposed to evacuate.
Yeah.
This is crazy. For a brief minute, I could hear everything, the whole world, and then this thing just exploded behind me. Super hearing was the worst idea ever.
Oh, man. Well, you heard it here first, folks. Don't do it. Don't think about super hearing. It's a bad idea. And now we're going to move on to our next segment, which is the Milky Way is not that unusual. Astronauts find.
Yeah, like at first you think the Milky Way, a bunch of stars together, and then you look at the rest of space and you realize it's all stars and stuff. Like, what's so special about this?
Yeah, people got really excited because we called it the Milky Way, but turns out there's nothing milky about it. It's just like empty space and stuff.
Yeah, like if there was a chance, we could have all our dairy needs satisfied through the galaxy, like that would revolutionize how we think about ice cream and like cereal. But since it's just stars and those will just like burn you up instantly, it's like, what do I even do with this?
Yo, for real, it was such a disappointment when we got to the moon and we found out that it wasn't, in fact, a dairy-based object. And so this is just a further extrapolation of that disappointment. But at least we've got here now and we can rename it something better. I suggest Star Place.
Yeah, dude, like it tells me everything I need to know, like right off the bat. Like it's a place and there's stars.
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking for. All right? I'm tired of these misnomers being applied to like everything in the world.
Yeah. And like all these other planets named after gods, kind of a bummer. When we get there, we're going to find out there's nothing divine about it. It's just like a big red rock that isn't fun to be at. Let's just call it Hotspot.
Hotspot. Yeah, dude. All right. Next headline. All right. Frog skin cells. Turn them into like living machines. This is, pretty crazy because I wanted to be a living machine and the frogs to me are kind of cutting in line, but we've got a guy on the ground out there right now. So he's like really in depth with this. So let's go see what he has to say. Hey, Bobby Joe, what's going on with the frogs, man?
It fucking sucks, man. It fucking sucks. I'm going to put the earpiece in my ear because I don't want them to hear me.
Oh, this is like an incognito moment.
Yeah. I'm currently in New York City, Arizona.
Whoa, dude.
Yeah. And it's wiped out.
Like all the people are gone?
Yeah, like all the people are gone. They're killed by robot frogs. I came here to visit my mom. I thought this would be a fun little like segment to do and see my mom, but what I saw was her eyes implode from frog tongues.
Dude, that's no good. Like, you want to go and like have a nice brunch with your mom, but if there's killer frogs everywhere, like, how are you gonna do that? Where are you gonna get waffles that are
I
overpriced?
don't go anywhere. I don't go anywhere. She's dead. She's not coming back, and I don't know why. The frogs took this long to show us that they're monsters. Like they've had this. They've had this ability for millennia. And now they're like, oh, you make a computer? We'll show you a computer.
I should have known not to trust the frogs. Like, I saw one cute one and I thought maybe they're all right, but man, what you're telling me means I should have trusted my instinct. Can you hear? Are they closing in?
Oh man, yeah, they're closing in. This is my last segment. It's on frogs. I'm not even a biologist.
No, Bob, it's too soon. You're so young.
No, I have a family at home, and they're gonna remember me as the guy that died by frogs. Like
Well,
my
dude,
mom.
I'm gonna pour one out for you, man.
Oh man, thanks, thanks. Oh,
I hope
hey,
they make it
hey,
fast.
I just want you to go to my son, and when he gets old enough, I want you to tell him that in 5 days.
In 5 days? Oh God. Well, I hope you're not in New York, Arizona. It's not a great time for you. Moving on. Let's check out our next headline. Rats with poisonous hairdos live in surprisingly sociable private lives. And like, I guess we shouldn't be surprised. You know, rats are naturally sociable creatures. They like to hang out, they like to party. So like being with a new hairdo in the rat world, I don't feel like is a big turnoff. You know, you're a rat. Who cares what your hairdo looks like? You know, or if it's poisonous. You like poison.
Yeah, man. I've seen rats eat the wildest stuff. And you would think that, like, if you can eat a pizza that's been sitting in my apartment for the last week and you don't have a problem with it, like you enjoy it, a poisonous hair gel wouldn't be a problem. I don't know, man. Rats are like really picky, apparently, with their social interactions, but not with what they want to eat.
Yeah. You know, and being sociable when you're a rat, you know, I think it's just kind of like a survival thing. You know, it's about networking. You know, you're running around in the subways, getting places, you're looking for stuff. It's good to have a network.
Yeah, like it's why is this such a big deal? Like I noticed, I didn't want to say anything about it, but a few weeks ago you switched your cologne. And I'm not a big fan of the new scent, but like I'm not gonna stop associating with you just because you smell a little bit like wet sock.
Yeah, and just because I'm like allergic to the new scent, like doesn't mean I'm gonna stop wearing it. I don't
Right.
care if it's
You
poison.
made a choice. You made a choice and you put your money down. You need to back it up.
Yeah, and when like if I get a bad haircut, like I'm owning that.
Yeah.
All right, and it's a deliberate style. You know, maybe the rats, you know, they made a decision. They're not sure what to do with it, and they're doubling down and they're going with it. And honestly, props to the rats.
Props to the rats. But you know what? Grow a pair at the same time, rats. Like, if your friend wants to get a poisonous haircut, just be friends. What's more important? What's on the outside, or like that your cool rat friend has got your back for the last 15, I don't know, weeks. I don't know how long rats live.
Yeah, and when your life is that short, you got to make the most of it by staying sociable, right?
For real.
All
That's
right.
the end of our segment. And as always, that's the real fake news.